Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, before I start, guys, I want to say thank you all for your kind comments on my Rise of the Dragon video I did in the week. I was a little bit overwhelmed by the comments, and it was really nice of you to say. It was kind of hard for me to sift through to find some comments for today, because it was all saying it was really nice to meet you, yada 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 yada, and you know, got to keep track of the ego, Stripey. It was very kind of you, and it was wonderful for me to meet all of yous that turned up at the event. It was fantastic. Right, now before I start the video today, I did say to a good friend of the channel, Mark Owens, you know Mark, who made me all these nunchucks. He's made me some great chucks, and he's made some other chucks for other people. While we was away at the Rise of the Dragon event, round the table at night, Mark has been after trying to find a Kung Fu suit. You know the Kung Fu suits that Bruce wore in Fist of Fury, specifically. And he's bought some all around, and he's never actually got a legitimate one. They're normally like the elastic waist, elastic round the bottom, and they're not actually like that. And it's two garments. You've got like a white undershirt, then an overcoat, and then you roll the white sleeve back. And we're trying to see if we can find where they sell them, if they was just made by the wardrobe department. But Mark's been after one of these for quite a while. Now Mike Claydon, I've mentioned Mike many times on the channel, he's actually emailed Bay Logan, who obviously lives in Hong Kong, and he's involved in the Hong Kong film industry. So I'm hoping, but if anyone will know, it might well be Bay Logan. But if any of you guys know, I mean, I've bought some in the past, you know, with the white cuff, but the ones I've got have always been really hard. If you watch Fist of Fury, the Jingwu score especially, they're all wearing these Kung Fu suits, and they look soft, and they look like they're two different garments on top. So if anyone knows where these are available, or if it was just made by the wardrobe department, could you possibly let us know? It would be really good if we could track one down for Mark, and who knows, if they're any good, I could be tempted myself. Right, also, did you see the Pam Haddon interview that was shown at the event? Obviously in the week, Carl Fox, Kung Fu Monthly's YouTube, put out a video showing the Pam Haddon interview that hasn't been shown since 1979. What? Tell you, it takes you back. And do you know what? It done something in my memory, because when I watched it, I thought, oh my days, I think I caught the back end of that, because I have a memory from when I was a young kid of the nunchaku being hit round the ankles, and for some reason, you know, memories are not all that good as you get older. I thought it was something to do with Bruce Lee's passing, and it was shown on the news, but it was that actual scene. And as we all know, nunchucks are a big back then, but I think I saw that, the back end of that. I have a vague memory of seeing that, but it was great to watch, and kudos to Carl Fox for showing it and getting that. I mean, that is another rare gem from the past, and now it's up on the Kung Fu Monthly YouTube channel for everyone to enjoy. And I did put out a post saying go over there and have a look, and if you could possibly subscribe to the Kung Fu Monthly YouTube channel, it might inspire Carl, who runs the YouTube channel. I know he's a busy man, work, family life, etc., to maybe put out some more content, because he does come up with some nice little gems. Right, this is my, you know what's coming, don't you? Saturday. Right, the first comment is from Luke63 Ultra, and this is about the Bruceploitation box set, and he wrote this: Hiya Stripey, as you normally say at the beginning of the video, I hope you're doing well. Right, I just received through the post today the Game of Clones Bruceploitation Collection Volume 1 DVD box set. It's a Blu-ray, and I can tell you it looks amazing. Out of this world, like the Arrow box set. Amazing. I noticed though, my box has 7 discs and 12 films, including Enter the Clones of Bruce documentary, but it doesn't have the blue envelope with the Big Boss 2 film or the documentary in it at the back. Plus, I watched your previous 2 videos on the Game of Clones box set again, and the post you showed said 8 discs either 14 or 15 Bruceploitation films. Is this because it was part of the 400 Send in the Clones bundle pre-order? I presume they're limited edition, or is there something different? I'm baffled. Don't be baffled, mate. I was very fortunate. Mine was gifted to me by a Mandeep. Right, pal? The last disc in the set, disc 8, is a Severin web store exclusive. That's what it is. So if you bought it from Severin's website, or won it from Severin's website, you would have got the Big Boss and the Black Dragon versus the Yellow Tiger. So that is how it is, mate, basically. So I think if you got, it's just an exclusive to that. So luckily I got that one. So I got the little blue envelope with the Big Boss Part 2 in it, and the aforementioned Black Dragon versus the Yellow Tiger. So that is it, mate. But it's still a great set. I mean, I'm still mixed. My views have changed slightly on the Bruceploitation films, but let's be honest, it's Bruce Lee that we all love, and that's what we're all after. But it has its place in the Bruce Lee universe. But I did appreciate your comment, mate, and I hope that settles it for you. Cheers. Right. The next comment is from Luke Miller 2378. And Luke said this: "It's so crazy. Bruce has been gone since the 70s, and his spirit and energy still runs wild through so many people around the world. Be water, and long may he do so." And I do think events like the Rise of the Dragon, people like Steve Kerridge, who puts out some amazing Bruce Lee content regularly, and YouTube channels like Charles Damiano, Hector from Urban Kung Fu, Pete Reynolds, the Kung Fu Genius, and in my own small way, Stripey Rambles, will keep the legacy of Bruce Lee going long into the future. But you remember that famous quote that Bruce Lee did say: "The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering." Let's be honest, we're still chatting 50 odd years after he passed away. Bruce Lee forever. Thanks for your comment though, mate. I did appreciate it. Right. This next comment is from a good friend of the channel. I've mentioned him before. He's gifted me some lovely gifts over the last few months. The Budgie29. And the Budgie said this: "Hi Stripey, looks like you and Mrs. Stripey had a wonderful time." We did, mate. Wish I could have been there to meet you and to say thanks to Mark personally for the brilliant nunchuckers. There were a lot of nice collectibles on show there. Glad you picked up some that you wanted. I would have grabbed myself a copy of that Kung Fu Monthly book for sure. Well, there's always next year. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll catch up in the Saturday comments video. P.S. I just bought both of the deluxe ones. Amazing, mate. Thanks." They are heavy beasts, so mate, I must admit they really are. But I'm glad to have them, and I was lucky enough to get Carl to sign my ones. But yeah, I haven't even started reading them yet. I've not had a chance to read anything yet since I come back from the event. I've been kind of busy this week. But I'm glad you got them, mate. Well done. And it saves you opening up the magazines and creasing them. Thanks for your comment, Budgie, and hopefully, mate, you can make it to the next event. That would be awesome. It'd be lovely to meet you in person and thank you properly. Right. Thanks, mate. Right, the next comment is from Dragons. This is obviously Jim McCowan, who had that fantastic stall at the Rise of the Dragon event. And Jim wrote this: "Thank you for taking the moment to mention me." My pleasure, Jim. I am honoured and humbled, Stripey. Lovely meeting you both at the Rise event. Been at this event for all 3 events. Andrew cordially invited me in 2022. I said yes and was grateful to him. Then met Carl, another cool dude. Very hard work. Not all realise. Kudos. I was sorry I didn't get to chat and do a Bruce Lee impression, but in hindsight, you want more on your channel, not less. Lol. I do have a large collection, as all, bar the statues and figures. I have twice been a collector first. I created a small private Facebook Bruce Lee group. Hope can share at some point. I have shared and will do again this video on my group. Kudos, thanks. And great little angry Mr. Lee statue that is. It is indeed, and I'm very happy with the statue, mate. I really am. And I know you're now friends with the wife on Facebook, because I don't have a Facebook, and she's joined one of the groups that you invited her to. You do have some interesting stuff, and I am still kind of tempted about that Bruce Lee soundtracks, that CD box you had at the event. Tempted, really tempted. But I do appreciate your comment, Jim, and keep up the good work, mate, and hopefully we'll be in touch soon. Right, the next comment is from Punjabi Ian Rush, and he said this: "It was great to meet you, Stripey. I was the one in the Bruce Lee t-shirt." Narrows it down a bit. Pretty much everyone was wearing Bruce Lee t-shirts on the day. There were so many awesome ones, I've got to admit. I mean, I wore this one, the Concord production, you know, Way of the Dragon, and yes, it has been washed. Yeah, there was some, so sorry guy, everyone was wearing Bruce Lee t-shirts on the day, and there was some cool ones. Actually, on Monday, I see Carl Fox in the morning, and he had a brilliant Way of the Dragon t-shirt. I'd love to know where he got that one from. I'd like to have one of those myself. But yeah, cheers for your comment, mate. Did make me chuckle. You'd recognise me, I'm the one with the Bruce Lee t-shirt on. Brilliant. So that's all I've got for today, guys. I'm going to show you the competition gifts, because I'm going to put a post out in a week. Not necessarily a video, just a post. And people that comment on that will be in a chance of winning. And this is the gift set that came in this green bag at the Rise of the Dragon event. And I'm going to quickly show you what it entails. And I've added a couple of bits. So we've obviously got the softback edition of When in Rome by Carl Fox. You've got the Genesis bookmark to go with Bruce Lee in My Own Process. This was handed out to gold ticket people at the event. It is Flaming Love, vintage 1970s black light poster by Warren Dillon. That was hanging up in Nora Mal's apartment in the Way of the Dragon. Quite nice, and it says Rise of the Dragon on the back. Then obviously we've got some photos from the Way of the Dragon. And I've added this Archive Series introduction. That'll be going out. A nice little book. And a mini treasures kit. You know, I've got two of these, so I didn't need to have two, so I'm going to stick one of them in as well. As well as, I'll quickly show you before I sign out, this roll out Way of the Dragon poster, which looks kind of cool, like a mini poster. So they're going to be in the prize, as well as, I did show you this in the week, but this is a medium though, guys. So Rise of the Dragon polo shirt. So I'm going to put a post out in a week, so keep an eye out for that. I don't exactly know what I'm going to say yet, but it'd be quite an easy one, really.
You're going to love this.
And also this week I went over to see Steve Kerridge, and he gave me a couple of posters. Brilliant. And he gave me, do you remember the single Dragon Power by the JKD band? He gave me an original poster. It's over there. I should have put it on the table, really, of the advertisement for that. Vintage stuff. Brilliant, brilliant. And he gave me another big Bruce Lee poster as well, and a Way of the Dragon Hong Kong poster. Cheers, pal. Right, before I go, as always, I want to thank each and every one here that take the time to watch me videos, comment on the videos, give them a thumbs up, and all that jazz. The super thanks, thank you, and of course my wonderful patrons and my new patrons. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. With that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have yourselves an amazing weekend, guys. Much love. And I'll be back with another ramble real soon. You take care now.